What's up, 90s kids? Ryan from 90s Nostalgia, and we're back at business today. So, growing up, it's no surprise to you, I love me some soap operas. Whether it's wrestling, which is just a novella, or actual soap operas. I grew up on General Hospital, As the World Turns, and Days of Our Lives being my mom's favorite one. Every day I was forced to record those episodes, and then at night we would watch them together after she got home from school. So that was our bonding time. But I went through and I actually dug up 5 of the craziest storylines in Days of Our Lives history. So let's just pitter patter and get at her. So right now we're going to start at number 5. And so we've got burials. For this one, we're talking about Vivian Alamain, who faked the death of Carly. So Carly Manning was the wife of Bo Brady, and Bo Brady had a hell of a time trying to rescue Carly from being buried alive. He ended up saving her in a heroic act, but still, in the long run, it didn't keep Carly and Bo together. They ended up breaking up shortly after. For number 4, we're talking about anything revolving around Sammy. So Sammy Brady had some of the gnarliest and just wildest storylines. But in a wild one, she got framed for Franco's murder, and she actually gets tried and put to death. She gets the death sentence only for it to get reversed at the very last second. All a great soap opera drop. So this was just a weird line, but again, anything involving Sammy was just drama-filled and over the top. Number 3, this was one of the most iconic ones for me. Having to watch this, I genuinely thought I was watching Exorcist, but we're talking about Marlena's exorcism and possession. So Marlena was hypnotized by Daysofourlives, one of the worst villains ever created. Every grandma out there hates his ass, but he's hypnotizes Marlena and she actually gets possessed, and it's up to John, who's Catholic, to go ahead and run the exorcism to get back his wife. So this was just a super absurd and just a wild storyline. I remember growing up, even centered around what looked like a Baraka costume, extra, fighting John. So it was just a totally absurd and a wild storyline, and it really didn't have a whole lot of crazy payoff, but the storyline itself was the payoff. So for the second most interesting storyline, we're talking about Roman's not really Roman, nor is he really even dead. So we're talking about Roman Brady, who was believed to be dead, but he ends up popping back up in Salem, looking like himself, but not acting like himself, because this is John Brady, who's been brainwashed into thinking that he's Roman. But then, in another twist, Roman, who's John, starts having an affair with Marlena, who's married to John, is having an affair with Roman. This is pure artistry at its finest. The number 1 wildest Days of Our Lives storyline, we're talking about the Swamp Girl. What I'm talking about is the storyline with Bo and Brady finding Greta Von Amberg in a swamp. Well, thanks to a little bit of some plastic surgery, some laser surgery, and some haircuts, she's able to step it up Princess Diary style. And least we forget when she and Austin ended up having to battle a witch Sammy and Satan. That whole storyline with Swamp Girl was just wild, but it ended up allowing her to take the throne. And I think for an honorable mention, we're going to be talking about when Daysofourlives decided to lock up Marlena like a little bird in a cage in Paris. John ended up having to fly all the way across the world to save Marlena and ends up taking out Daysofourlives for good. Or at least he thought so. Because in Salem, nobody ever stays dead for good. Unless your name's Uncle Ben, but there hasn't been anyone on this show. But that's what I've got for y'all today. I hope you're doing good, and I hope you enjoyed some of the fun facts today, just on the storylines. I'm Ryan, and this is 90s Nostalgia, and y'all just be good, be rad, and be 90s, fam.